I wanted to look at hand patterns here to start with. And these are also suit patterns. And so these are great things to commit to memory as best you can. So if we look at the pattern 4432, we think about that as the distribution of the four suits within a hand, and that's the most common hand pattern that we have. So we see 4432s all the time. And 5332 is the next most common. And then 5431, 5422, and 4333, those are all about the same frequency. And if you look at that, three of those are the blue ones are our balanced hand patterns. And the 5422s are semi-balanced, and so the 5431 is our only unbalanced hand pattern in the top five. But there are a lot more unbalanced hand patterns. Like there's only 3 balanced hand patterns, and there's 20 some unbalanced hand patterns. But they're all the different ones are individually pretty rare. But then these are also the frequencies for suit distribution around the table. And so the 4432, we commonly see if we've found maybe used a Stamen sequence and found a 4-4 trump fit. And we're thinking that the opponent's holding in that suit might be 3-2 is the most likely opponent's distribution. Same thing if we have a 5-3 trump fit, maybe we opened a spade and partner raised us, and then the opponents have 5 spades, they're also likely divided 3-2. But then if we have a 5-4 trump fit where we have a 9-card fit, we'll remember if there's a even number of cards outstanding, they tend to divide unevenly. So it's more common to find the outstanding trumps 3-1 than to find them 2-2, but they're not wildly different in probability. So the idea of this exercise here is to try to think about hand patterns, and one way you can do that with thinking about trumps. So like if you think you have a 4-4 trump fit and you're drawing trumps, you can try and count. You can say, well, the opponents start with 5, and okay, now they've played 2, they're down to 3. Okay, now they've played 2 more, they're down to 1, and now they're out. Or you can say they fall to 2 rounds, and therefore it must be a 4-4-3-2 is what the original distribution was, and then know that there's 1 to go with that way of thinking. And ultimately, thinking in terms of these patterns is a way that expert players do a better job keeping track of the various suits around the table, is thinking of them in their pattern shape rather than individual numbers. So, yeah, so these, what are we looking at here? We're looking at, oh yeah, so this is just looking at a particular deal. The hand north is a 5-4-2-2, east is a 5-4-3-1, south is a 5-4-3-1, and west is a 5-4-2-2. And when we talk about these patterns, we don't worry about the specific order of these. Here is actually spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs, but we just go from longest to shortest. So these terminologies are not saying specifically 5 spades and 4 hearts. So if we look at the 4-4-3-2, and if you know that there are 4, 4, and 3 of something, I'm trying to think of an example here. If you have counted an opponent's hand and you know they have 4 in one suit, 4 of another suit, and 3 of another suit, you should be able to say they must have 2 of the other suit without doing the math. And so if we say this, what's the missing number in this hand pattern?
4,
Yeah. And this one here,
3.
Yeah, so that's pretty easy. So I'm going to jump ahead here. So this one here, 5 something 3 2. What is that missing number?
3.
Yeah. Here it's 5. I have these kind of in order, so it's not super challenging. But if we look at this one here, for instance, we should know it's a 5 4 3 1 is the pattern we're looking at. And if you know you've got 5 3 and 1, it should be 4. And again, you can work this out by subtracting from 13. You can say 13 minus 5 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. And you could work out that this has to be the number 4 here. But if you have memorized the common hand patterns and know that 5 4 3 1 is a common pattern, you will recognize that 4 is the missing number here. So if we know it's something 4 2 2, we should know that it's 5 4 2 2. Because 5 4 2 2 is one of our standard patterns. And this one shouldn't be too hard. 3 3 3 should be 4. And this one can come up a lot because if you're playing no trump and maybe you've got 4 cards in a suit and dummy has 3, you can be hoping that they're 4 3 3 3 around the table. But they're more likely 4 4 3 2. But if you think about the patterns, it'll make it easier to decide whether you're suit splitting or not. So Linnea, what's our missing numbers here?
2,
And now?
4, 5. Yes. I tried to do it without adding.
Yeah, that's the idea. Don't add. What's the number here?
3.
What's the number?
3.
Yeah.
1. Oh, 2. You can see I'm not doing adding, or else I can't add very well.
That's fine. I don't want you to add.
1.
Yep.
4.
Okay, so that's the end of my quiz there. But that's the idea, is that you want to, these are only, this is just 5 hand patterns here, right? So these 5 patterns, if you can commit to memory these things, it will take away a lot of the arithmetic during the play of the hand. And make it more likely that you can keep track of multiple suits while you're playing. So it again, and you can apply them both ways. You can apply them to how is a suit distributed around the table, but then you can also do it to count an opponent's suit. And so if you find that an opponent starts with a singleton, for instance, they are most likely going to be a 5 4 3 1 distribution. And maybe they open the bidding with a heart or something like that, so you place them with 5 hearts, one of their singleton. You can think their other suits probably divided 4 3 without having to do a bunch of arithmetic. If you can remember, 5 4 3 1 is the only unbalanced, most common hand pattern. If somebody made an opening a bid of a no trump or rebid of a no trump, and they show up with a 5 card suit, you can expect that they are 5 3 3 2. So things like that. And then the other thing is, what do these percentages add up to? I don't remember offhand.
I think it's about 70%.
62.
83.
Okay.
No, 73.
73. So that's 3/4 of the hands fit into these 3 patterns. So it's I'm just saying it's worth committing that time to try to memorize these patterns so that you don't have to do that arithmetic. Okay? So that's the patterns. And let's hop into Shark Bridge now. I put the link into chat here if you need it. So don't look at the WebEx now because I'm going to be sharing for the recording here.
Okay, undo.
That didn't
Forgot
work
to do
out, huh?
something. I forgot to do something.
What did you forget to do?
Play the diamonds and get rid of that club.
Yeah, why'd you forget to do that?
Because what I was thinking I was doing was making it so that Wes would have to take the ace of hearts and not be able to lead a spade. Okay, so I'm going to revise that plan.
Right. You can't claim all the tricks.
Oh yes, true. But I can claim enough of them now.
Yes. So what's the thought process when dummy comes down? What do we do in this? What's our declares plan?
Well, I counted up all the losers and I got 4.
Right.
And I thought, well, if the spades are divided, well, 2-5, I guess that is unrealistic, huh?
It's not that unrealistic, but that is a super passive approach. That's a hoping for something, but you have pretty much 100% play here by pitching a loser on the dummies diamonds.
Right, because there's so many diamonds out.
Right. And it's a long shot hoping that there's a blockage in spades.
Yep. And even if there was, they could play the ace of clubs, or they could play a
Right.
small club to the ace that East might have.
There's 2 missing aces. There's an ace of hearts and an ace of clubs. So unless both of those are in the hand that only has 2 spades, it's
Yeah.
not going to work anyhow. So you could leave that as a backup kind of concern. But I would think you'd be better off. I would be worried the other way. What if the spades are 6-1? And you let the king of spades win?
Yeah, but if the spades were 6-1, East probably would have bid 2 spades.
Maybe.
Because he'd have to have the,
You'd have the good ones.
Queen, Jack, 10, 9, 5, 2.
Yes, I agree. That's reasonable. But again, I would say that your safest bet is just to win trick one with the ace of spades and then cash 3 diamonds.
Yeah.
That's
I
your
think
highest
you're right.
probability that you're going to make it. If the spades were 6-1 and you hold up a round, you're going to get set. Because
Yep.
they'll rough one, they can get back with the ace of clubs, they can rough another one,
Yep.
and they still have the ace of hearts. Okay.
So my question is with the bidding, is it
Yeah.
a great idea to jump to 4 right away?
So I think so because you're limited to 10 points.
Right.
So what could 10 could you have? If you had king and queen of spades, king of diamonds, that's 8, and the ace of hearts, that's already 12. And you still have the club loser.
And then it's more of it's not strong enough to jump to 4 right away.
Oh, is it strong enough
wait
to
a
jump
minute,
right
wait a
away?
minute. The way I play with 2/1, if we have 5 to let's see, 5 to 7 points, we bid 1 no and then 2 hearts. If we
Yeah.
have 8
Yes,
to 10
and I was
points,
actually thinking along that line as well. Should I have bid 1 no trump with my hand?
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable one to bid 1 no trump and then 2 hearts, but it's almost good enough for 2 hearts too. You got the good intermediates. So I'd say borderline which way to go. But given that you did, that should be an 8 to 10 point hand, and I think that South is strong enough there. Because to make
yeah.
game, you can imagine the kind of things you think about. Partner has Queen of Hearts and uh, King, Queen of Spades.
Or a couple of random kings scattered
Yeah.
around?
Couple random kings. That's enough. That'll cover your losers. And you
Also,
did have a bare minimum for what you bid, and it's still almost a guaranteed making game.
actually, I would have done the weaker bid with this hand because I have no roughing values.
You don't, but you have king and queen and diamonds and the queen of hearts. For instance, if the king and queen of diamonds had been 1 in diamonds and 1 in clubs, then I would definitely go the 1 no trump way.
Okay.
But where they're combined together, it's a little more powerful. If they were king, queen, 4th of diamonds and 3 little clubs, that would be even better. So these are just kind of little ups and downs you can apply to these things.
Okay, so then one of the questions that I frequently have is, admittedly, that singleton 2 of clubs, I've already counted, that I've got 7 hearts, 1, 2, 3. And, but still in all, I upgrade my hand because I've got a singleton. If that were a doubleton, I'd be a little less inclined to make the jump.
So one thing is with the Bergen adjusted hand evaluation, once you find a trump fit, you got to count a lot of more upgrades if you go by that route.
Right, Bergen points will let you add for a singleton once you have a fit.
Once
Okay.
you have singleton, when you add more when you have extra trump length, etc.
Right. So with all those trumps in the singleton, I'm saying this is more than that 15 point count.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Knowing that you have a 10 card fit helps, and also all your high card points are perfectly placed.
Yeah.
Aces in the side suits and chunky. You're only getting 4 points for your hard honors, but it's much stronger than that, really. When you know you have a 10 card fit, and the jacks and the tens and the nines are all going to be good too.
Yep.
So yeah, I agree that you want to do that. Okay, so let me see.
So once I heard that he had 8 to 10 points, I figured it was reasonable to go to game.
Yes. All right, hang on. Let me find this next one here.
But note, I have perfected the part of winning by cheating.
Uh-huh, I see that. Okay.
All right.
No, Linnea is a great declarer second time through any given hand.
Yes.
What system are we playing?
We're playing the system. You should just jump to game no matter what here.
2/1.
But you're
Well,
playing
it
Bergen,
doesn't
you're
apply
playing
with the
Bergen
takeout
Race.
double.
You're playing Bergen raises too, but
All right.
it won't matter.
Yeah. I'm just saying we're not playing Jordan.
After a
You're
double,
not
we
playing
don't
Jordan.
do 2/1.
You're not playing Jordan.
Okay. Okay.
So hang on, what's your 3 heart bid, Linnea?
Well, now I'm starting to bid controls.
So how many points does your partner have?
He's got 11 to 12 points and 4 of my spades.
10 to 12, yeah.
10 to 12? Okay, 10 to 12.
So is that enough for slam?
Well, probably not.
No.
So I should just bid 4 spades.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that normally we'd bid 4 spades with a north hand, not 3 diamonds.
Or 3 clubs.
3 clubs you could, but with 5 card support and a 6 to 8 kind of points, we normally just jump to game and try to make the best.
So how did you get 10 to 12 points out of that?
So it's so if you go by, again, I'm trying to borrow ideas from Bergen evaluations. Again, you get extra points for a good size suit, you get extra points for bonus trump lengths, etc.
Yeah, I still think that that's weaker.
Yeah, I do think, now that I think about it, because again, I was partly clouded of what's the point range of 3 club versus 3 diamonds.
Yeah, 3 clubs is the 7 to 9.
Yeah.
So and 3 diamonds is the one. If you had more than 12, you do the Jacoby 2 no trump.
Correct.
So the 3 diamonds is the range right below that.
Oh my, I'm not going to be able to win by cheating this time. Huh. Okay. Back to cheating.
So, well, are you in trouble here?
Yes. Once the East
Yes,
let
you
that
are.
heart.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you are. Okay.
Okay. All right. We'll have another go at it.
You know what the.
Well, I'm still in trouble.
Yeah, nothing you can do. I actually picked a, accidentally picked a hand that is a defense problem. And the robots are playing excellent defense. So
Yeah.
go ahead and-
Robots.
Okay.
yeah, so good for them. Let me switch to another one here.
So I was thinking if West had the ace of spades and I didn't lead out the queen, he might not take the ace right away and I could do some
Yeah.
starting, but that didn't work. Tony?
So it's 2 hearts
Yeah.
to right bid there. So
I have a really hard bid given the sequence.
yeah, so hang on just a second before you bid. I don't think 2 hearts is right.
You don't think 2 hearts is right? That's a perfect bid.
So you're in the pass out seat, right?
Right, and I don't have enough
You
points.
borrowed a king from your partner, right?
Yeah, I know my partner is a passed hand.
No, but you add 3 points to your hand when you're in the pass out seat when you're balancing. You add 3 points to your hand, assuming partner's got some points.
So then I should double if that's the
Yes.
case. Okay.
That is correct. Oh, you know what it is? I'm gonna back you up one more time.
Okay.
Your real bid there is 3 hearts.
But that sounds like a preempt.
But you don't preempt in the pass out seat, right?
Okay.
If you want to preempt is to make it hard for them to find their game or whatever. And so we don't pass out there. It shows a good hand with 6 hearts.
Okay.
There we are. But 2 hearts would be a super underbid. Doubling and then bidding hearts would have been okay too.
I think actually double upper bid 2 spades.
Where they open a spade?
Yeah. Because I don't have hearts and I don't have opening, but I don't mind the other suits. And I have upper end of a pass hand. That was my logic. I like it better than jumping to 3 club, which will be required for that sequence.
Well, you get to take away a king when you respond.
Really? Okay.
Because she's borrowed a king, so you have to subtract a king from your.
All right.
Whoops.
Whoops. Okay. All right,
In trouble now?
I'm not gonna do that frickin' finesse.
So why would you not do the finesse?
Well, in the hope that the queen would fall.
But yeah, but so the question is,
But I've only got 8 trumps, so 8 ever, 9 never.
that is right, unless there's other clues from the
Well,
bidding.
he did open spades, so he's got 5 spades.
But not 5 spades. But so let's replay here. I'm just gonna bring back. So are you able to see everything now, or not?
Yeah, we're starting out the bidding again.
Yeah, hang on. There. Now
Okay.
you can see all the cards, right?
Yep.
So what you should be thinking, whenever you're in game and the opponents have opened the bidding, you're going to place them with most of the missing high cards.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the first thing, right? Now, how many points, how many high card points are outstanding on this hand?
Well. Oh my God, we've only got 23.
Right, so how many do they have? 17?
Yeah.
And so what happened at trick 1? What was led?
Oh, the king was led.
And then what did East play?
He's, I think he played the ace. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
So they have 17 points between them, but East had 4 with the ace of spades. Right?
Yes.
So
you're
that
right.
leaves 13 points remaining, which presumably are with West.
So yes, the finesse isn't going to work anyway.
Right. If you think the finesse isn't going to work, or if you think there's even a halfway decent chance it's not going to work, it's better to play the drop, because remember that the finesse is like a 52% chance and the drop is like 48% chance. It's 8 ever, 9 never is just a hairline difference in probability. So if there's any hints at all that the finesse might not be working, it's better to play for the drop. And here where you know they open the bidding and there's only 13 high cards unaccounted for, 13 high card points,
Yes.
you should count on them doing that. And so sometimes it's hard with the bidding and whatnot to place things, but when one opponent opened the bidding with 1 no trump or 1 of a major or even a minor, you can place them with, something close to 13 high card points. And then if you see the other opponent show up with some high cards early on, that almost guarantees everything else is with opener. Okay, let's do one more here. Let me swap. Right, so there it is. See, are we right here? Come on, East, where's your bid here?
East bid 1 heart, right?
East bid 1 heart and South
Oh,
bid
okay.
1 no.
No, it's not showing up for me here. So what's our contract?
3 no. Okay, now that I'm not on the hot seat, I know how to play it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, good for you, Tony.
So you can claim 3 more tricks here. But
I know, but I'm just like, is it worth it to try to risk playing clubs?
if you
For a chance at over trigger, if I
if
see
you play
if I,
clubs, they'll take 3 more tricks and you'll be down.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, so what was your thought process on once you won your ace of hearts?
Well, they have, well, just count points, right? We have 25. They have 15. So West can has at most a king. And I also
Oh,
I'm
how many points do you have your way?
oh, sorry. Yeah, I have 27, so they have 13. So West should have basically broke. But even prior to that, I know hearts should be 5-3-3-2. So duck twice. The third one, I don't mind losing the finesse to West.
That's right. East is the danger hand here with the extra hearts. And
However, like my main concern, I guess that came back to I miscounted the starting points. Had I lost the diamond finesse, then East will get in with the king of club.
that's correct.
Right. But that came back to me miscounting initially.
Right. So if you think they only have 13, chances are really good that East has both of the missing kings.
Right.
And
So there's no
it's
point in finessing clubs, but
no
it has
point
to
in
be done.
finessing clubs and a pretty much a sure shot in finessing diamonds. So this is another example where you wound up bidding up to game, but the opponents opened the bidding with one of a something. And so you can, yeah, that's really the time to count up your high card points and place the missing high cards with the opening bidder. And the 5-3-3-2 kind of heart distribution like you saw there. Okay. So I have to go early now. So I'm gonna end this. That's good
That was very good, Rick.
practice there.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, where's my
Thank you very much.
okay, we'll catch you guys later.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
Bye.